Good morning.
Been a while.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
At least I feel like it has been.
It's been a good bit, guys. Let's hope I got everything done. There we go.
All right, Andrew, I think you're muted. Yeah, you're muted.
We can see you, but we can't hear you.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
It wouldn't
That's
be
not
a
good.
serious podcast
Oh, man.
technical issue.
Good morning, guys.
That's typical
Morning.
Andrew.
How you doing?
Hey.
Good morning.
Yeah, I know I look like I just woke up.
That makes two of us, brother.
I was just going to say, didn't have to work last night, but definitely just woke up.
Oh, I did. I had to close last night, so I'm like, bleh.
Where are you working at now, Michael?
I sell meat for a living at a local chain market up here.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's very nice.
Which chain?
Little chain called Hollywood Markets.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
There's only five. There's
The
only five.
gourmet
of them.
market.
Yeah.
Try
There's
their
only
pot
five.
pie.
No,
Oh,
I
yes.
actually I worked their actual meat counter, and it's pretty freaking cool.
They have awesome pot pie.
Yeah.
So, one of the best.
I think I'm good now.
There he is. All
There
right.
he is.
I don't know what happened, but anyway, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Andrew.
Wow, we got the whole band back together.
Yeah.
So what's everyone been doing in the off season for holidays are over into February now. Where are we at, Dave? How many days until how many days till opening day?
I think we're hovering around 90.
Right around 90. Okay. So
Yeah.
we're live on February 5th, 2023, about 90 days from opening day. Have you guys missed it? I mean, I really have turned into a hibernating bear over this time. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough this year. I mean, I went down to Florida, did the whole Disney and SeaWorld thing, but still I miss Cedar Point. I really did.
Yeah. And for me, the thing seems too is that it seems like there's less to do. Donnie, you got kids, so you got to get them out and doing stuff. And so do you, Dave. But it seems like there's less to do this season.
It really does. Yeah, there really isn't, especially around here. Everything's so cold outside. This miserable weather we're having. Things are shutting down. What little there is. Right?
Yeah, we were thinking about trying to go downtown and checking out the new parks. They have the Metro Parks in Toledo. There's actually ice skating in downtown Toledo now, but it's all booked out. It's kind of like a sneak preview, but we were just going to go down there and look at it. Like we tried to get like a reservation, but you can't. So just doing the Toledo stuff. Unless we just drive up to Sandusky just to look at the stuff.
Come on, Donnie.
Well, downtown Detroit, they got an ice skating rink out there all winter long in the middle of the city.
But what they put in Toledo makes Campus Martius look, I mean, very amateur.
Nicole, did you see that thing? It's like it's almost like nothing I have ever seen. And for those who haven't seen it, it's basically like a trail. It's like a ice skating trail, so it's not just a circle. So they have like a circle rink, but then you can go. It looks like you can break off. You know how you like a lazy river, kind of.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a lazy river for ice skating.
Mm-hmm. They call it the ribbon.
The ribbon.
Yeah.
It's so freaking cool. I wish I liked ice skating or being outdoors in the cold because I would use it.
Right.
But
it looks really cool, and it does make. Sorry, Detroit. It does make Campus Martius look amateur and little brother because it looks really. I only saw the picture, the aerial shot. I think you posted it on your show page, Andrew. And I was like, that's sweet. So,
it's pretty. For Toledo, Toledo doesn't get a lot of things right, but it seems like That one is pretty impressive. But to show you how little there is to do this season, there was a Winterfest in a little town called Perrysburg where I live, which is a suburb of Toledo, and that thing. And you know, when a kid stuff, Dave, you guys know, or anyone's got kids, you know, when you go to anything, a carnival, a festival, or whatever, you're going to spend a decent amount of money and on things. Well, this one was completely free. You could meet characters like Mulan and Moana and whoever they all are from Disney. You could do ice sculpting, you could do crafts, and it was completely free. But I mean, this thing was wall to wall people because there's just so little to do, especially it seems like this off season. But you know, when it's winter in general, it's just hard to find things to do. And this thing was packed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's rough.
So I mean,
another flight to Florida,
right?
Right. So speaking of getting ready for opening day, has anyone been checking out the website, checking out the live cams?
I saw that
rooms?
they were doing winter chill out, but that's about it.
Yeah, I saw they unpacked where they didn't unpack it. It was still kind of wrapped. One of the mouse cars came in.
Awesome.
It was all wrapped up, but you could see the cheese come through the wrapping that they had.
I want to ride in the cheese car.
Yeah, looks quite cheesy.
So
I wonder if that's going to be a good ride because, you know.
Well, you know, I didn't realize, but the company that's producing this is actually a prototype for them. It's the first one of this type like this that they've built.
What is different? What makes it a prototype, Dave? What is different about this one versus other ones that are similar?
Well, it's the model, the type of model that it is. It's the first time they produced this model. You know, they've produced plenty of coasters, but this is just this type of mouse coaster. It's the first they've done.
So it's the first wild mouse type coaster that they've done.
The layout, yeah. I think the layout is what sets it aside. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow. Well, I mean, we're 90 days. I mean, how busy? Do you go to that thing early on, or is you wait till mid-season after the?
Here's the rumor I'm hearing now. Yeah,
first
thing, but I'm hearing no fast lane for it. There's not going to be fast lane available for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But what is your guys' strategy for new rides? Do you want to wait in the long line and be one of the first ones on it, or do you go do other stuff because maybe the lines aren't as long there because a lot of the people are there, and then you wait a few weeks or a couple months, or what is the strategy for you guys for new coasters or new rides?
Early entry.
Yeah.
Get there first, yeah.
And then go straight there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
if it's part of the early entry, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But even still, get there early, get in line early because even if you get in line during early entry, you know, you're going to wait an hour, maybe an hour and a half versus 3 hours.
Yeah, everybody's going to want to get on it.
Because you could use early entry, get in there and get as close as you can to where the next cutoff is or whatever, and then just wait till a regular time and you just run.
Yeah.
Or
if
it's not open, just go stand there. Yeah.
Or if the line's open, yeah.
Even if it's not open, there'll be a line. You know, like even if it's not part of early entry, people will start kind of congregating over there.
Right. There'll be where the line should start is where the line the line to wait to get in the line will start.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, Steel Vengeance is that way all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, all the time when they took it off early entry this past season, people were still going straight back. They might hit Millennium on the way back, but people were still going back. That line was not open until open, and it would still be. But still a good strategy, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah.
I have to say something really quick, though. Oh, go ahead, Andrew. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Nicole. I
was just going to play a little song.
The first thing I'll do is must change.
Can you hear that? Can you hear it?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, wait.
Is that Tony, the anniversary?
Yeah. It's our anniversary.
Well, happy anniversary, everyone.
Yeah.
Happy
anniversary, baby.
How many years
did this crazy thing together a year ago?
A year ago. So you were very smart and strategic about choosing when this podcast started, Andrew, because we started on your birthday last year, which is February 6th. And I only know that because that's when we started. But happy birthday tomorrow.
Thank
and
you.
So
Yes,
it's been
happy birthday.
1 year.
Happy
of doing
birthday,
the Cedar
Andrew.
Point podcast. So,
Wow, you guys. Yeah, happy birthday,
I mean,
Andrew.
we are
but
just
1 year.
shattering,
You know what?
shattering all podcast records and crushing it every day. So
I love too how the group is. We've just stayed together, and hopefully we get a chance to meet maybe 1 or 2 more times this year. We did last year. We met once for a few minutes, but maybe we can. It's a little more normal this year. I think last season was just getting back to normal post COVID, so it was still a little squirrely. But I think this year is going to be even more normal than last year. Maybe we can plan some stuff and have some fun.
Yeah.
I would love that. They're just trying to figure out, I got to get somebody to take me out there,
Well, honestly, Dylan, if we're like 90 days away, if you started walking right now,
Yep.
I mean, how dedicated are you?
Very.
ouch. Ouch.
Oh my God, Andrew.
Pack a satchel full of PB&Js.
Yes.
Right?
There you go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Some chafing cream.
Yeah.
So a couple things. The first
Chafing
one
pop.
the next thing I want to say was we talked about outdoor stuff not a lot going on. That got to go to Winter Chill Out. What's the latest on Winter Chill Out, Dave?
Well, I was able to score a ticket. I'll be going there this Sunday. I think it's the 26th or something like that. I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me right now, but
it's the 26th. Yeah,
is it the
25th and 26th. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the 26th. It's a Sunday. We're going. I'll be there in the morning. I'll be doing all kinds of pictures, video, all that fun stuff to share with you guys. Looking forward to it this year because there's something new. We got the mouse coaster, the whole beach midway, dragster. Now here they may be doing it a little different format this year where before you kind of had free reign of the park. You were able just to kind of go anywhere you wanted, walk around. I hear this year they may have tour groups where they take you around to certain points of the park. So
You're really hitting on a sore subject for me, Dave, because I did put in for tickets and
well, you know what?
told you guys, just like Taylor Swift, I didn't get Taylor Swift tickets, and I now did not get Winter Chill Out tickets.
Well, here's the thing, Nicole.
So
you may have
whatever.
You may have gotten them because what had happened is they sent the confirmation emails out to everybody's spam folders.
I checked.
And not a lot of people thought to check their spam folders. And if you re-enter I don't know if you have to re-enter or if they're doing another drawing, but a lot of people didn't realize that. And so they're picking more names. I don't know when that is, but they are picking more names for the people that didn't purchase tickets. So
I looked on all the things, but it's okay. It would be hard if I can get them. I'll still go. It would be very complicated for me to get there because we have some other things going on. But I'm going to Texas, so I'm going to. So Dave,
you got one ticket?
Six Flags.
Yeah, I just got the one ticket for myself. It's too hard with the kids and that it's cold and this and that. I can't get any pictures or video done if I got kids running around me. So it's just easier to do that one by myself. We've taken them in the past and they've gotten cold. There's no bathrooms throughout the tour, so it's kind of hard for them to maneuver.
Have you guys seen this? I've seen on my Facebook page, one of the paid those ads or whatever. Have you guys seen the ad for this vest? It's a vest that warms up, the warming vest.
Little battery operated heated vest.
Yeah, it's like $100. Now I brought this up on our morning show, and all the doomsdayers are like, "Oh, it's going to electrocute me. I'm going to catch on fire." Blah blah blah. But if you're going to do a long time outdoor, it might be worth $100 investment for one of these things. It seems like it makes you a superhero because it heats your core consistently, and it's got like a low, medium, high. I don't know, Dave. That might be good for you for this.
You're really touching on something.
Keep that in mind.
You're touching on something here that is a debate in my real life all the time.
What's that?
What is the point of a vest? My core doesn't get cold. It's my hands, my feet. Like I want the $100 socks, the $100 gloves that are keeping me warm. I don't need my core warm. I've got layers on my core. It's my little hands and feet.
Just grab a couple of those $2
you just tuck them in.
That you put in your gloves or whatever.
No, I want the socks. Costco had $100 socks. That's what I want.
It's funny.
Heated socks. Mm-hmm.
There's a comedian that goes with you, Nicole's. I don't understand vests. It's like when your stomach is cold and your arms are hot.
That is not a thing. I don't understand. I mean, I understand from a fashion perspective, you look real cute with a vest. But
I love vests.
But no, I'm not, my core is not cold. My hands and my feet are cold. So I do not understand vests at all. I didn't mean to steal a comedy bit. I didn't know that was a thing. It's just a debate that I have in my personal life. So,
well, no, so Dave, it might be something. The heated vest might be something to look into, Dave.
It could.
If your belly button gets real cold, Dave.
Yeah.
Can get you taken care of.
Oh no, I've done it a few times in the past. It's pretty chilly on Lake Erie in the wintertime.
Yeah, it's cold as up here. Come on now.
Yeah, it can get pretty brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal.
We have our crossing guard, and she's probably 60. She's a grandma, and I feel bad for her. I totally want us as parents to all chip in to get her one of these vests and let her try it and see if it works.
You better find out where she stands on the debate, because she might say, "I already got a vest, and it's reflective, so nobody hits me. I don't need it to light up." Get me the gloves.
That's the next step. Is the heated reflective one.
Oh, that's next level. You could probably get $120 for that.
You're like solar powered, like little solar panels all over it, and
yeah, little Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
So if I can somehow land a ticket, Dave, I'll see you there, because I can only go on Sunday if I go. But
okay.
But I don't think it's going to happen. So
we've talked about this in the past, Dave. The Roost Chicken Restaurant, which is over by the cars, the bumper cars.
Yeah.
And there was a joke. I can't remember if it was online or where we saw it, but it's like that thing's never open. People are like that thing is just never open. I've never eaten there. It's never open, and that's been the thing. What's going on with the Roost Chicken Restaurant?
It's leveled, gone. It's
leveled?
gone. And
they leveled it?
Right. Yeah, they leveled it.
Oh my gosh.
Now that building used to be a Happy Fryer years ago too. For many of you that don't remember what it was on the beach side, kind of over by the gate, the beach gate area there. When you walk right
Windseeker.
in, left.
By Windseeker, yeah.
Yeah,
right across from Windseeker. I've never seen it open.
I've heard people ate there and they said it was delicious. The chicken was
it was actually pretty good.
The long nuggets were hand breaded.
Long nuggets.
I had to throw that.
My wife and I actually ate there once a couple years ago when they did the 4th of July fireworks. When what the heck was it? Wicked Twister was still standing.
Uh-huh.
We had long nuggets and fries from there, and they were actually pretty good. So that's kind of.
But it was never open. That's the problem.
Well, it surprises me. Like, Dave, so what's that going to be there? Do you know, we know where they leveled it, what that's going to be in the footprint of kind of the new area? Or because it's weird that
walkway,
they wouldn't just change it. Like, why would you demolish a whole building? I mean, it didn't look like dilapidated, although it's from the naked eye, it's kind of hard to tell that. But why would they level a whole building unless it's part of the bigger plan?
Well, you're right. It looked like they just redid the kitchen and everything in there. It looked fairly inside there. But it's leveled, but in the renderings, I mean, again, it's just an artist rendering. There is a building there. So I don't know if they're going to rebuild a new building or put something else there or what. Or just pave it and make it a little bit more open area. I don't know.
Yeah,
that could be.
Well, we know they need more restaurants. Right?
They're building a big one right now. Yeah.
Well,
sorry, my sarcasm is strong today.
Obviously, Nicole.
Although
I haven't seen you guys in a long time. I've been storing it up. It's been building.
Yeah.
So.
Although on a busy day, it is hard to find a place where you're not waiting a long time to get food.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just excited that we're going to be able to sit down at the pavilion, because that was my thing with, I absolutely love the farmhouse, and it's definitely, the way they do it, you can get through there quickly, but more
not
space it's a decent amount, but you're not going to get any kind of wait staff, and I don't think the pavilion's going to have wait staff either, but it would be cool if you could just like sit down and have a waiter come out, just kind of chill and do the whole like a sit down restaurant. But I mean, with Chicky and Pete's gone, I mean, we're down to what is it, one inside the park, and that's Melt, and that's it for sit down full service.
And Melt may be going too.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I don't know. It's
Because there's been a couple. Melt's been closing locations there in Ohio, so I'm thinking that was going to be on the chopping block real soon.
yeah, they
No.
expanded too quickly.
Pretty much.
Who's got background noise?
Yeah,
Me.
it's just the wife.
It's just me. Hi guys.
Okay. All right. Well, Michael, can you turn your background noise wife out down a little bit?
I wish, but I can't. I've tried it. I can't turn her down because if I do, then she just slaps me silly.
So let's talk about this then. We talked about restaurants. The mac and cheese place up front with mixed reviews. Chicky and Pete's gone. Melt has been closing locations, like Michael said, in Ohio. So I mean that could be in flux. You've got what's the burger place?
The Johnny
Sit down.
Rockets.
Johnny Rockets.
Coaster.
Johnny Rockets is gone.
Oh,
You got
Yeah.
Johnny Rockets gone. What is going on? I mean, we're 90 days away. They're going to have to fill some of these spots like quick.
The restaurants
Well,
are
I
leaving for
agree.
some
And the
reason.
problem is too, they're closing all these places, and the places that they have left, I don't know if they just don't have the staffing, but they're
Right.
closed most of the time.
Yeah, I never saw Derby Dogs open once.
Yeah, the Derby Dogs. I wanted to go.
No,
try
that
it
place
one
wasn't
year,
open
and it was
either.
closed. So, but
Actually,
I did
hold
hear
up.
a rumor
That place had been open a few times when the wife and I was there, but very rarely was it even open.
Yeah. Now, I did hear a rumor that Subway was going to be returning at some point. I don't know if it was it's going to be this year or. I mean, again, rumors are rumors, but
Well,
it's
have
all
we?
$50 foot long.
yeah. Oh my gosh! Don't even get me
Eat fresh.
It almost seems like Cedar Point is the test bed for these concepts that don't work. Is what it feels like.
Let me ask you a question if anybody knows, because we know that Subway went out last year for Derby Dogs. Did Subway stay at the water park? Because if it stayed at the water park, then at least it still got a foothold and could probably easily make its return, or was
so.
it completely gone?
Subway was
gone
gone
over.
from the water park too.
Yeah.
Gone.
But interesting enough, Kings Island still has their Subway.
Huh.
So
So we haven't heard any rumblings on any of those spots that I mean, I didn't even get a for sure. I haven't heard a for sure on the Johnny Rockets or. But
well, here's the thing. The interesting thing is that Winter Chill Out, they kind of divulge a few things, and that maybe they're waiting for Winter Chill Out to put out there. But
now, is that a question and answer, Dave? Like, if you're in a tour, can you ask questions? Because I mean, this restaurant situation could become dire. The one towards the front of the park, anyway.
you can. They have a Q&A segment on the tour. At least they have in the past. Again, this year I don't know how they're doing it, but they do have certain times where you can go for a Q&A. But to be honest, they never really answered anybody's question. Everybody's always like, "When's the next coaster? What's the next things like that." And they're like, "We can't answer that stuff," So
Are they going to
So
have?
thanks for giving us your money and have a nice day.
Right.
Glad we all
No
danced
comment.
together. We had a nice
You know.
freezing day on the peninsula.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very few people asked logical questions. It was always something stupid like, "What is the next coaster going to be?" Or things like that. It's like we can't answer that.
Stuff that they're never going to answer.
Yeah,
Right.
I know they're not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Now, Donnie P, I have a question for you. I know you love the car business. I know you've been doing it a long time, but for some reason, this sounds like you would just up and just leave and go to Cedar Point. They are hiring maintenance workers right now. They're in desperate need for maintenance workers. I'm sure that those are full-time year-round jobs.
It's funny that you say that because
Donnie just wants the keys.
so my 10-year anniversary at Kia is in April. My 10-year. And when
Should
I
I play
took
the song again?
yes.
It's our anniversary.
But when I took the job there, it was just a couple of months after our previous radio gig.
Uh-huh.
And I was very seriously like considering a maintenance job at Cedar Point, like just you just getting in your foot in the door as
Right.
I'm sure they train you up, but like strapping on the harness, walking up, checking those coasters. And I mean, we met like Bob LaRock, he was like the head maintenance guy.
Yep.
And I actually even reached out to him on Facebook. So it's funny that you say that. I saw that come over and it's like, man, like, what if it is time? What if, like, you can only start over? I mean, as you know, you can start over as many times as you want, but like, you get older and it's like, and I do have a fear of heights.
Funny.
So like, I have to like conquer that fear of heights, but I feel like I was just going to do the OTC on the job training.
Well,
of conquering that fear.
Here's the thing, Donnie. Obviously, starting over. I mean, there was an article on just the amount of people now that are starting over at 50. That that just hey, you don't stay in your job 30 years anymore. You don't get pensions. You don't get all that stuff. Starting over. I mean, I've started over. Dave, I think you started over. Nicole, I think you started over.
Yep.
I mean,
I'm not 50 though.
So I did something.
Hey, now you watch
I just
your
want
mouth,
to put
young
that out
lady.
there. I just want to put that out there. I'm not 50.
I went and saw
Sorry.
80 for, I went and saw 80 for Brady yesterday.
Oh
And,
my God!
Was that
Sorry to hear
good?
that. Heard it was
I
horrible.
saw the commercial for that.
Oh,
Is that good, Andrew?
It's a great movie. You have to go see it.
Oh,
But it's funny because it's the four ladies in their 80 for Brady, and in one of them, Sally Field, every time they say 80 for Brady, because it says on the back of their jersey, she goes, "I am 70." And then even
I
on the
can get
back
a shirt. It's fine. I'm not
even on the
50.
back of her jersey, she has the 80 crossed out and 70 there.
Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting older, you guys, I did something that only people of a certain age do, and that's I got on the Social Security website and looked at what my benefit would be like when I retire, and it starts at I think 67 is like the earliest. But if you wait, like every single month it goes up. So like between 67 and like 72, like my benefit went up like $2,000. But who does that? Who gets on there and says, "What am I? If I retired today? Oh wait,
I was doing that at 25.
I have 23 more years."
They
Well,
used
it's
to
funny-
send you something
every
in the
year.
mail every so often saying, "Hey, if you retired on this date, this is what your monthly, payment would be or whatever." But they don't give those out anymore.
No, they don't.
And
you
that's
know,
assuming the whole infrastructure maintains and doesn't collapse.
Right.
In case
Yeah, but it's going to end up collapsing anyway.
yeah.
I've had this debate with a billion people a billion times, but to me it's still fascinating. Someone like me or the people I really surround myself with, it's like, do you want to spend 25 years working, let's say, the turnpike, and you put in your 25, it's the worst, it's a shitty job, but you take money and then you retire at 50 or 55, then you have your whole rest of your life to do whatever you want, but you lose the prime of your life to the freaking toll booth or the construction guy or the factory guy, or it doesn't matter what job that you input. Or do you do what you want to do during your good years and enjoy life, and then at 50 you're like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
And you're starting a new career at 50.
Right.
Nobody can afford that anymore, though. You got people are working into their 80s.
Yeah.
So
I'm not gonna ever stop all the way. I mean, I'll here since we brought up the maintenance gig at Cedar Point. I mean, I will be working at Cedar Point and in some capacity when I'm older, whether it's like just my buddy Dave who drives the pedicab, or if it's just working in one of the hotels. I don't know. Or I mean, unless who knows what might take us down south. I will be in a theme park at some point. I just feel like
almost like
I feel that way.
Almost like that's your Walmart greeter gig.
Yeah.
yeah.
And there's a good chance if I could do it into my 90s, then I'll die on the job right on the beach.
Well, it's funny because
and it'll be terrible for some kids and their family, but it'll be what I wanted.
It's fine. Trauma is fine. There's really good therapy for it.
Johnny.
They'll be okay.
There was a guy when we were staying at the cabins and taking the shuttle, and there was a guy that was like 65, 70, and he was just driving the shuttle, and he freaking loved his job. He's like, yeah, I'm retired. He goes, but every year I drive the shuttle around and I have a good time. So stuff like that. I mean, there's so many.
If you enjoy it, you hear so many stories of these people. Once they retire, they go downhill real quick. It's like
he probably just has to.
Yeah.
He probably has to wear a compression hose, but other than that, it's fine. It's not a big deal.
No,
so
not a big deal at all.
Pretty cheap. I'm with Donnie. I'll probably be working in an amusement park somewhere.
Yes.
So.
Speaking of the shuttles, can we start a petition to get some suspension work on those bad boys? Because I feel
God, don't get me started.
I feel like they do the oil changes and that's about it.
Don't get me started on the buses either. Those are the worst.
Those things just bottom out. You're like, oh man.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like mirrors in Disney.
No.
It's definitely not that.
I got a story about Disney too about that. I'll tell you in a minute.
Well, go ahead, Dave. Because you were in Disney. You just got back from Disney and SeaWorld. Go ahead, tell us about it.
Well, we were trying to get from Animal Kingdom to Disney Springs, which is like their outdoor shopping area.
Uh-huh.
And so the easiest way for us to do it was just take any bus from Animal Kingdom to any resort and then hop on the bus from the resort to Disney Springs. Well, we took it to, what was it? Not the Beach Club. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember which one it was now. But we got out, we're waiting for the bus, and they're like, hey, we got water taxis down here that'll take you right to Disney Springs too. We're like, oh, cool. So we're waiting. We just missed one. And there's a supervisor down there. He's like, hey, I'll take you guys over on my boat. So he's got like this pontoon boat, like with these two big motors on the back. It wasn't a normal boat they use to bring people around normally, So we get on this thing. He's doing about 65, 70, I swear. He's got a rooster tail in the back. I have never gone that fast in a boat in my life, man. And we get to Disney Springs in about 30 seconds from there. I swear. It was just crazy, and it was the smoothest ride. I don't know, but it was just a lot of fun.
Awesome.
I'm so hopeful for that with Sawmill, like to have some kind of ferry or water taxi. And like Donnie's saying, like to be able to go in there and sit down and someone bring me a beer or something. I have a lot of fantasies about sitting in the Grand Pavilion. It probably won't happen, but it'll be so nice if it does.
And then I don't know if this is just us or me, because or is it enthusiasts or does everybody? I mean, still, when my kid's watching Disney or Disney Junior and you see that Disney commercial of the park and you still get butterflies. Like there's still some magic. I mean, does that magic ever go away or does it stay forever or does everybody have it or only us have it? Like
it goes away once you get the bill.
Right.
Dave's like, yeah, I'm over it. Let me tell you about it.
I mean, I'll tell you alone, just not including our tickets and park, our hotel and all that, we spent close to $3,000 on food alone.
Wow.
For our 10-day trip.
Nuts.
I'm still limping from my last Universal trip.
Yeah.
We went to Disney in February of 2021. That's what my son picked for his senior trip. And when we were in the park, like we were there for, I think, a week, maybe 5 days. And that last day in the park, my husband and I were like, I think we're okay. I don't think we need to come back to Disney until, like our next phase of life, maybe like with grandkids or something like that. We're like, this was a great trip. We've had a blast, but we've done it. And, because we've done it a couple of times. But I will tell you what, those damn commercials come on, Andrew. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to go to Disney.
I know.
It's so stupid. So
I
would go back in a minute. It's the 50th this year. Like, you know what I mean? We're finishing up the 50th. So
they're always looking for a reason to celebrate. It's the 50th of this or whatever, and they're always wearing the matching shirts, and they got the Mickey Mouse hat on, the ears, and they're in front of the Magic Kingdom.
Well,
like, oh, the fireworks
ends, I think, in March or April, I think. But then they're going to start the 100th, the Disney 100th after that.
Well, I think in between though, they're going to have. I think in between that, Dave, they're going to have. The celebration of the Cedar Point podcast 1-year anniversary.
Right. I believe they are.
Maybe we'll be in the commercials.
Yes.
They're going to have all the swag. They're going to have the ears. It'll say CP 100 on there. And
we'll have like our faces on ears.
light up.
I like the thinking.
Are you a Dylan or a Michael?
You guys want to hear what I do with my kids to buy myself some time?
Huh.
So with just like Cedar Point, Disney's always adding new stuff. So, the kids bring it up and I'm like, well, we got to wait till, Galaxy's Edge is open. And then that opens up. Hey, you ready to go to Disney? Well, did you hear they're making Splash Mountain into a Tiana themed ride and it's not open till 2024. So, I mean, if you guys want, we could just wait till then.
Well, see, that's the thing with Disney. They got 4 theme parks there and 2 water parks, and every park is typically always adding something new,
Always
or
doing
building
something
new. And it's like, well, should we wait until that opens, or
Yeah.
that, and then
Right.
something else is going to open? So
And it's still so expensive.
Well,
I think we've bitched about that before, about how they've really priced the average person out of it. Like, and that's the unfortunate part. Like my mom and I were talking. I know a guy that goes every year, takes his family every year to Disney, and I'm talking about grandkids. He's got 6 kids. They go every single year to Disney. They never, without fail. I'm like, man, I don't know how you do it.
It's got to be 15 grand. It's
Yeah.
got to be at
I know.
least. I mean,
But it was
I
not
have
like
some
that in the
friends.
past, Nicole. That's why people it wasn't 15 grand in the past.
I have
Yeah,
friends that are part of the vacation club, and they bought it when their daughter was born. It was $10,000, and that was 15 years ago. $10,000, and what a steal! Because now it's like 50 grand. So they go every year. They buy season passes, and they line it up that they go twice within that vacation club year. They've kind of got it down, but they're a family of 4. So
when my ex-wife and I went to Disney, they got us at the vacation club. They got us when we went in. I mean, I had all my troubles in like 2010. So
oh my God, I remember that when you had your room.
What's that?
When you bought the room?
Yeah, 2008,
Johnny
2009.
P. That was weird timing, man. You're like, oh, I remember that after he says I have my troubles in 2010.
Like, I remember that too.
When you had your trouble.
But
Sounds like a country song.
2000, I want to say 2007, 2008, we went to Disney. Maisie would have been like 4. So probably 2008, 2009. Disney Club got us. We signed up. So we were members of the club. We got in like, it was 10 or 12 grand or whatever.
Yeah.
And, but at 2010, everything fell, went into bankruptcy, gave that, put that into bankruptcy and all that stuff. And my ex-father-in-law was like, what were you doing? I would have taken it over for you, because now what would that thing have been worth if I bought it 15 years ago?
It's 50 grand now.
See,
we looked into it. 50
and
grand.
For me, it's not even like you should have bought it. I did buy it. So you can't say, oh, you didn't buy a ticket, but I had it in my hand and then had to give it up. I'm just kicking myself now.
Oh man. Well, the new guy, or the guy's back. What was his name? Not Eisner. Is it Eisner?
Michael Eisner.
Yeah, he's back.
Or I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's it. He's back now.
Bob Igor.
He's already making some changes. He's already got rid of the ridiculous parking fees at the resorts. Those are gone. And there's a few other things he's getting rid of. I know they're going to be looking at the skip the line thing going on, the Genie Plus, and all that. Lightning Lane. They're going to be looking at that, and I just hope they do something about like the Express at the Magical Express that you see from the airport.
Yeah,
that was a huge thing,
The guy. On a side note, the guy that took over for Iger, that poor bastard. So
Chapek, yeah.
Iger retired a 3 years ago or whatever, but we now find out Iger was being paid like $20 million a year to be a shadow CEO the whole time. So this dude never had a chance. And then you go through COVID and whatever, they got rid of him. Iger was wanting to come back all the time.
Don't worry. That Chapek guy, he's got a golden umbrella. He's still getting, I think, $100 million or something.
Yeah, I mean, but he might have been an idiot. I have no idea, but they really never gave that poor bastard a chance.
No. I think, in all honesty, I think he was like a scapegoat, though. I think they knew bad times were coming, and they threw him in there to take all the heat, and
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah. Okay, I got to say hi, Ian Gall, one of our regular listeners. Thank you, Ian. We appreciate you. Amy Chapman is watching on our YouTube page, tuning in from Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Amy.
What's up, Amy?
I didn't even know we were live anywhere.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Good morning, everybody.
And then Angela Shapiro.
I think the wife is watching too.
Oh, good. And then
So-
Angela Shapiro says the 50th stuff does end April 2nd, is what she's.
Oh, okay. I knew it was coming up. Yeah, it was at the beginning of the year.
But real quick, just to wrap up Disney, I mean, I know that we went 4 years ago, and we spent it was 4 kids, 2 adults, and we spent 15 grand, which probably was the dumbest thing we would have ever done. We should have saved the money, but we
those
went,
memories.
we went. You can only live once. Memories, blah blah blah, and we pulled the trigger. And man, it's just sad. My mom and I were talking. It's just sad. You can't go. You can't, like, we don't know. Is Disneyland the same as Disney World? Because we're
Yes.
I mean, they have a lot of things, a lot of similar rides and things.
no,
but
I
they're-
mean, I meant as far as like you have to like when I
Yes.
grew up a Disney kid, so we just get dropped off, and it's like Cedar Point. You get dropped off, or you last minute you want to go that day, or do you have to plan everything months in advance like you do Disney World?
you do at the moment, but I believe they are putting an end to that at Disneyland coming up soon.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Because-
saving up, go ahead.
Real quick, because Disneyland is more. There are a lot more local residents that use it than do Disney World. So if you have all that pre-planning, you're hurting the locals. So I think that they would probably want to get rid of that or be more reluctant.
Well,
to
the problem with the locals down there, they had the annual passes.
Right.
Is they don't spend money in the parks. They go
No.
because they live right by there. They go for a few hours, and
it's the same.
What?
It's the
Sounds like
same,
gold pass holders.
Yeah, same thing talking about us with Cedar Point.
Yeah.
But see, I spend
Making
money in
no
the
money
parks,
off of
so
me.
Yeah.
Making no money off of me.
Well,
Nope.
speaking of memories and that, what do you guys think of this Town Hall Museum? Are they going to finally open it this year, you think? Or is it
You know, that was
hope
one
they
of my
do.
favorite. Yeah, that was one of my favorite things to do is to take a break, get in there with the AC, walk around, and that thing's been closed for like 3-4 years now.
Yeah,
It almost
they
looks
were
like
bum
they've
on
got,
it.
it almost looks like it's just storage now from inside there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't.
I don't
think it'll be
I
this
feel
year.
like we saw something on the pages that it's not set to open this year again. So
Because my memory is not the best. Weren't they planning like a big remodel for it, and
They
then
were.
they put it on
They-
hold?
They completely gutted the place out. They started building some walls in there, and that's as far as they got. Now they just have a bunch of crap sitting in there.
Yeah.
And no
I
problem.
think it'll
In
come
other
back
words,
eventually. but-
what they did with Farmhouse when they took out that Cadillac cars back there, put Farmhouse there, there wasn't enough money in the budget by what I was hearing from inside to finish Town Hall. That's what I was hearing when I was actually at Castaway.
Okay.
Because I had even asked about it because I'm like, Town Hall is one of the best places to go.
Yeah.
It
they
just kind of feels like
Sell
it
a few
didn't
more
make it through.
churros or something.
Yeah, it
What's
didn't
that,
make it
Donnie?
through COVID. It
Yeah.
didn't really make it through COVID because if I mean, the pavilion wasn't even on the map until like last year. So it just kind of seems like a purposeful decision that we're just going to
Well,
shelve this for now.
When you say that, Donnie, it could have been two. I mean, who wanted to be anything indoors during COVID? You didn't want to be
Right?
stuck in a building with anybody, so that may have been what
Yeah.
was the death knell.
But didn't the closure of that happen just before COVID?
Yeah, it was.
Well,
But-
yeah,
but
it was,
Yeah.
But they closed it. We're going to remodel, and I think they just
Right.
stopped at that.
it was going to be part of the 150th.
Right.
Right.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what
that
I-
was COVID. That
We
was
were
COVID.
chatting about other parks. I know I want to take it off of Cedar Point again, but I'm going to do it on purpose. But speaking of saving money for Orlando trips, Universal Orlando is going to get Nintendo World eventually, Super Nintendo
Yeah.
World, and that is just going to be like a crazy draw. Like,
Oh
I mean,
my
I
God.
feel like everybody in our age group and younger who's ever lifted a Nintendo controller has to get on that Mario Kart ride.
You better
For
believe
sure.
I'm going to try to.
Yeah, I know
For
some
sure.
people that have been on it already, been in that land, and it's remarkable. You can even get a wristband, kind of like a Magic Band at Disney, but it's a Universal Mario one, and you go through and they got the coin blocks. You get points
Oh,
by
yeah.
getting
Shut
getting
up.
coins.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Yeah, so
So
they
fun.
have it open. It's open in California, but I'm not making that trip, so I'm waiting for the Orlando
Oh,
one.
California is so fun, Donnie.
Well, can I tell
Truly,
you guys
like,
an insider secret
expensive to
about
get
this?
there, but
California,
Yeah.
you mean California?
The one in California is a lot smaller than the one they're building in Orlando.
yeah.
The one in
Really?
Orlando is going to have more room, more attractions, this and that.
Nice.
In California, they are
Awesome.
landlocked.
They have such a small amount of space.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they say that Disneyland could fit in Disney World's parking lot. That's how.
Right.
And like I said, I grew up as a Disney freak. Disneyland. I'd never even been to Disney World till 20 years ago. But Disneyland, when like you said, they're landlocked because they bought this piece of property not knowing if it was going to work. Everyone bought all the property around them. They weren't making that same mistake in Florida. He bought the whole damn Everglades.
The state.
to make sure that wasn't going to happen again.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
That's
I'm gonna get to ride a really cool ride this month because I'm going to Texas and I'm gonna get to ride Wonder Woman Lasso of Truth.
Oh my God!
No, not Lasso of Truth. Which one is it, Dave?
Oh, at Six Flags.
I'm going to San Antonio. Yes.
Beautiful park. That is
Golden
one of
Lasso.
the beautiful theme parks I've been to.
Yes.
Oh, mama.
I think the Lasso of
I'm
Truth.
excited.
Oh, mama.
It is an awesome park. And Jeffrey, the guy that's in charge of that park down there, does a wonderful job. You guys might remember Jeffrey Siebert. He used to run Kings Island years ago, Cedar Point Assistant Park. And he just does a wonderful job down there. And it really shows.
Super.
What about the new Grand? Bringing it back to Cedar Point. What about the new Grand Pavilion? That looks really good.
Awesome.
Oh
awesome.
man, I can't wait.
I
seriously can't wait to hang out over there.
I wanted to get a better view of that restaurant and dragster. What's going on? I sent a balloon up over there.
Seriously?
It was just a weather balloon, though. It was just a
No,
weather
that wasn't a
balloon.
weather balloon, Nicole. That was a spy balloon from China.
No, that was
Dave.
I got
spy balloon.
shot that sucker down on the Surfside Beach.
Shot it
One at
down.
a time. One at a time.
Yeah, they shot it down, so I couldn't bring you guys any footage. I'm
Oh
sorry.
man.
Oh man.
It was a spy balloon from Dave, just trying to get some intel.
I
I don't know
know.
what the big deal is.
Yeah,
Everybody's all worked up.
Yeah, they're going to be still working on Dragster, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually haven't met and talked about it since Cedar Point did their
The lame video.
fake announcement about what's going to happen next. So what are your theories? What do you think that means?
Well, for sure they're redoing the launch system.
Yeah,
They're
the launch
definitely
system.
doing that. That's an automatic given.
Yeah.
That's an automatic given no matter how you look at it. But I had people telling me that Dragster was going to be scrapped and taken down. I'm like, you guys are dead wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Dead wrong. Even guys on other rail groups I was on another Rails website I'm a member of under trainorders.com was saying Dragster's going away. I'm like, dude, I used to work at Cedar Point. Dragster's going nowhere. It's going to get renamed, repainted. It's going to get redone, but it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. It would cost some more to tear it down than probably just to redo it.
Exactly.
Well, and the annoying part about that video was basically it was just a POV video, which for a brand new ride that would be cool, but we already know what the ride does.
We already know what it looks like from the outside.
Yeah, we needed a video that's like, okay, they're moving stuff around or stuff's coming out or coming in or
graphics.
Yeah, it was just really not well done by any means.
Well, they are masters at getting people talking. I'll tell you, they'll put out this cryptic stuff that you're like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
But there's always a hidden message in it. There's something in there that nobody's catching on to, or after they finally make the announcement, see, it was in this video here,
Right.
Yeah.
And nobody realized it, but they're really good at things like that.
I think Ian's right. Ian posted in the chat, Formula One coaster. I think that's what it is. I don't see any other theming that makes sense, but in the video it says something about a new formula.
A new formula for thrills, but Formula One is really like a Formula One fan group in Ohio. I just feel like it's out of place for Northwest Ohio. Where's the nearest Formula One race? I don't even know.
It doesn't kind of roll off the tongue,
No, and being stereotypical, I mean, Midwest is not Formula One country.
Yeah.
It's NASCAR country.
Yeah. The only other thing I can think of off the top of my head, they might be trying to do something with Thor Sport Racing out of Sandusky.
Well,
don't they have a licensing
truck team?
Go ahead,
don't they Cedar Fair have a licensing agreement with Dale Earnhardt? Don't they have the Intimidator coaster?
They got the Intimidator down there in North Carolina. Yeah.
So would a NASCAR thing made more sense unless they have signed some sort of deal with Formula One that some sort of licensing agreement, intellectual property thing that maybe that they're going to be bringing to the coaster.
Okay, I am totally ignorant about car racing. It is not my thing. I'm not impressed with fast cars. Is there?
Really?
I'm from Detroitish, and I don't care about cars. Anyways,
Detroitish?
is there some kind of? That's what we call it, Dylan. You're Detroitish too. We're not from Detroit, but we say
Michiganders is the other one.
Anyways, is there some kind of delineation between like the dragster circuit and Formula One and NASCAR that would make theming sense around this?
They're all different.
There's different, Nicole, the best way to explain it to you, there's different tiers with racing. So the big names in the NASCAR Cup Series are always going to be the big draws. One below it's the Xfinity Series, which used to be called the Busch Series. That's where all your up-and-comers are coming from. And below that's called the Truck Series. Now, I'm a big fan of the Truck Series myself because there's way more drama, way more action, way more everything. And
where does Formula One fall in?
But that's there's a whole different
ball game because Formula One is a lot like IndyCar. What you've got basically you can see shocks and everything on those cars, and they go pretty fast.
Hold on, that doesn't help, Michael, because
I'm trying to help here.
Well, I know, but racing
We're helping.
Nicole, racing is stupid. You and I are on the same page, so I'm going to tell you how it is.
I don't get it.
NASCAR is just a regular car, where Formula One, they use dragsters like the dragsters that were on Top Thrill Dragster.
See, I never got into racing. I can't sit there and watch a bunch of cars driving an oval for 3 hours or whatever.
Okay. You want to see dragster cars? You go to the local track and watch them do the quarter mile in less than 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah, they're all different styles, basically, as well.
Yeah, but NASCARs, I mean,
different style cars.
NASCARs are souped up regular cars to where Formula Ones are like fancy dragster.
No, they're not. Formula Ones are nowhere near fancy dragster.
Yeah, dragsters are different as well.
Are the National Hot Rod Association. You go to like Norwalk and you see those guys going down the quarter mile.
They're different.
Those are totally different. Formula One, you could actually.
It's a little
Formula One cars are like
Mario Kart. Think Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Now, think Nicole. Think the Brickyard 500 from Indy.
What is that?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
The Brickyard 500
is one of the Michael, you're trying so hard.
Yeah.
All right,
my point is
You're
proven.
trying.
None of us really give a crap about racing. I mean, Michael, I think it's cool. Don't get me wrong. It is cool, but I just don't think there's a draw for it.
I'll be watching the Truck Series. That's really the only series I watch.
Like I said, I think the only reason there would be a reason for it is I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we're less than 100 days from opening day. Everyone excited?
Yeah, who's going? Who's going opening weekend?
No.
Who's going opening weekend?
I might.
Apparently me and the wife, but I'm still not excited.
I'm secured a cabin at Lighthouse Point.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, better bring
For
some
the whole
logs for that fire.
Yes. So I'll be cooking out some dogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you get the $2.99 deal?
It's opening weekend. Everything is like half off any of the resorts until before Memorial Day. So
gotta say something too here for you guys. Not opening weekend, but the following weekend. I believe it's the Saturday. My daughter's choir is going to be singing inside Cedar Point on the main stage there, I believe.
Did she get a job there?
No, her school got invited. Her school got invited. Her choir class got invited down there to sing. So,
cool.
She's really excited about that, and I'm excited to watch.
Oh, cool. And then, so what is opening day again?
The 6th.
May 6th.
Yeah.
May 6th. All right.
That'll be easy for you to remember. February 6th, May 6th.
But you guys won't be seeing the redhead demon child wife there too much this year. She's got an exciting offer because she's actually going to be working with the Detroit Tigers.
Fun.
Nice. Oh.
Super fun. We'll see her at Comerica then.
You'll see her at Comerica and give her a hard time.
Where should I look for her?
Yeah.
Because that is I do know baseball. I don't know racing, but I know baseball.
I'm gonna be everywhere. Everywhere. I'm the usher. So you'll see me in the bright orange tiger stripe.
Nice.
Awesome.
You'll see her there. You won't see me there.
So your wife is going to be the USHER.
Yep. Yep.
What,
Wow.
why doesn't she? Why
That's
don't
a
you tell
good
us what she's going to
2000
do?
joke.
Go.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Random.
I'm
All right.
the usher.
Before
I'm
we
the
wrap up,
usher, but I'm also with Pause, and I'm also escorting kids to the fields and doing field stuff on the fields, off the fields. My boss has me everywhere.
That sounds fun.
all right,
Yeah.
all right, Dave. Time for the ride.
All right, the ride of the podcast. I don't want
There
to
you
call
go.
it week because we don't do it weekly right now.
Right.
But
right, hit it.
we're going to go Calypso just because they're redoing Calypso, and I'm excited to see what they do with it, bringing it back. You know, Calypso originally opened, I believe, it was 1970 in the park. It was on the main midway, kind of where Raptor's first loop is right now, like in that area. And then they moved it over next to Blue Street at one time. It was right there by the turn out of the station, right next to that at Blue Street, and now its current location. And they rethemed it as Tiki Twirl. And
Yeah, doesn't it go in a circle? It goes in a circle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like a scrambler, but on an angle, kind of.
Yeah. Yep.
Like that. And they played the Calypso music on there, you know, and it used to have one of the most beautiful rides in the park. They had all kinds of lightings and canopies on it. Now it's kind of stripped down to bare bones, but I'm curious to see what they do with it, what kind of theming they bring back to it, and it's gonna fit into the new beach area just perfect. That's it.
Well, hopefully they bring back some of the coolness, some of the lights and stuff when they do it.
Yes, it is.
I feel like they will.
You saw pictures of that ride back in its heyday. There were so many lights on that thing. It was just insane. They had canopies. They had I think you call it a cupola or cupola, if I'm saying that right, in the middle of the ride. They had lights on it. They had a whole big backdrop on the ride. They had scenery on it, and all kinds of. They had covers over all the cars, like these little canopies over all the cars and everything. It was just a really cool looking ride.
Yeah. Why would they get rid of all that stuff?
Maintenance.
I don't know, but it was awesome.
Could be anything.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, you guys, we look forward to seeing you in a few weeks. And then, of course, about 90 days, May 6th until the opening. Good seeing everybody.
All right. Don't forget,
Happy anniversary.
we're going to be at
birthday.
Winter Chill Out, and I'm going to be bringing you all kinds of coverage, videos and photos and more, you know. Make sure you check us out on Amusement Park Portal for that. And
So are we going back to meeting again, or?
Well, I think we do after. I think we do a week after Winter Chill, Dave, and we
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's
do that.
Let's plan on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do
Thanks,
that.
you guys.
Yep.
Have a great week.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
everybody enjoy your week. See you later. Bye-bye.
Yep.